Big Papa.
Ricky Peanut Factory. I think I like the Peanut Factory better than the Peanut Gallery.
We're in artifacts here.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask the Peanut Factory to follow me around to all my readings.
Yeah, that's right.
So I brought two pieces on music to dedicate to Bryce because Bryce's music and his spirit as he plays the music inspires me, and I'm a music lover too. So this is going to be about a lot of different kinds of things. But the first piece is from a kind of a poetic memoir about Ridge, which is the town on Long Island that I grew up on, but also has to do with music. Who are the people in your neighborhood? Jeep in flames, dirt intersection. Vita calls my dad a cripple. They blew up the mailbox of a less popular neighbor on the 4th of July, and Mom was mortified. The deaf kid's house smelled like cat piss, and everyone knew that Nikki was a whore. Suburban social Darwinism in the closet, over the back fence, on the telephone, with Entenmann's chocolate cupcakes, 1 o'clock, time for all my children. Richie's brother Kevin looked like Tom Petty and beat the shit out of Richie every time I was over. Their father cut the heads off chickens in the backyard so that we could see them run around like that. Kevin later had a motorcycle accident that I had wished upon him. Jerry's parents were very strict. One day he fell off his bike and my mom drove he and his non-driving mom to the hospital where they stitched a W onto his chin. Ricky and I only played with Billy F. because of his toys. Who knew that his father was an alcoholic who beat on Billy's mother? Who knew about the dogs buried in the backyard? Later, Mike turned us on to Iron Maiden, Crocus, AC/DC, George Thorogood, Motley Crue, Aerosmith, Kiss. He was older and very cool, and eventually he took Rick away from me. Vinny was 18 and still in high school. He had sex and took mescaline and listened to the Doors. He was a badass, but he was always good to us. Brian was a great drummer who wore the same Venom shirt for 3 years, listened to thrash, and had a crucifix on his bedroom wall. His band was called Ripping Headaches, and we wrecked our ears listening to them rehearse in Brian's basement. One night he played us a tape of some Christian nut who played records backwards to find secret satanic messages. We all laughed and laughed, but I had nightmares for some time. It had sure sounded like Robert Plant's voice singing, "I am the Bible, please spit on me." Walter was an asshole who took the longest piss I have ever witnessed one strange night. 20 drunken guys in his living room in a circle watching a porno together. Not my scene. Rick's stepdad refused to allow us to go to the Twisted Sister concert. He told us that he had once seen them play and that Dee Snider had taken a shit on stage. We were very disappointed. The only show I saw at this time was Sha Na Na at the Westbury Music Fair. They got all dressed up and did the Monster Mash. I hated that song. I still hate it. Funny then to see Dee, many years later, bring his kids into the store I worked at, Utopia. He was considerably thinner, soft-spoken, a nice guy actually. Nothing like the gender-bending monstrosity in the "We're Not Gonna Take It" video. I looked out the window and caught a glimpse of the former sick motherfucker's ride, a Dayglow pink Jeep. So that's part of my memoir there. And then this piece is from a longer piece about music that's called Abundant Fortune. This part of it is called Charmed Life. Because I felt protected. It is not easy to come to a definitive conclusion about fortune. Is everything predestined, or do we make our own luck? Can our desires be made manifest? Do we simply dress the chaos of our lives in the cloak of post-justification, or are we mages, molding reality to our whim? Slash through the net of habit-forming thoughts. Rock is all about guitar. Jazz guitar is lame because they always play clean, always play it safe, mit out soul. Santana isn't merely virtuosic. He is the vessel for a sound that comes from somewhere beyond him. The vibration of his guitar strings uplifts, sends the heart soaring, causes damaged cells to regenerate. Tone so sublime he must close his eyes, hold the note till it keens, till it leaps into the stratosphere. Satori, enlightenment in an instant. Nirvana, rapture, never satisfied. After fulfillment, begin again. This castle, made of sand, melts into the sea, eventually. My thoughts about luck become conflated with my thoughts about rock and roll because the music saved my ass. Everyone is a snob about the music they like and wonders why others waste their time on nonsense. This attitude is obnoxious and irrational, but unavoidable. On a good day, life-saving tunes arrive in the mail from the East Coast. My music angels come through again. The soundtrack unfolds. Music gonna make everything all right. Rock liberates, allows us to imagine ourselves as rebels, even when we are completely imprisoned. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. Ganesh raises his axe to sever the bond of all attachments. I must sing again, or they will never know it was me who transcended this unpleasant turn of events. I get by with a little help from my friends. Amateur alchemist, remover of obstacles, lover, lifer, acolyte, wide-eyed, submissive, true believer, renunciate, pompatus of Jeepster 4. Thanks.